Make English your habit. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back, and I hope you are doing great today. I want to take a few moments to speak directly to your heart, to remind you of something powerful, something life-changing, and something that can truly open doors to a brighter future. The topic is simple yet profound. Make English your habit. Yes, you heard me right. Not just your subject in school, not just a skill to practice once in a while, not just something you look at when you are preparing for a test, but a daily habit, a lifestyle, and a natural part of who you are. Think about habits for a second. We all have them. Some of us have the habit of waking up early, while others stay up late scrolling through our phones. Some have the habit of exercising, others of procrastinating. Habits shape our days, and our days shape our lives. What you repeatedly do is what you repeatedly become. That's why if you want to grow, if you want to succeed, if you want to step into a world full of opportunities, then English should not just be a subject, but it should be your habit. Now, why English? Because English is not just a language anymore. It has become a global key. It is the key to education, to technology, to business, to travel, and even to self-confidence. When you know English, you can connect with millions of people across the world. You can read the best books, watch the best videos, understand the best courses, and even express your own ideas to the world without limitation. But here's the thing. You will never master English if you treat it like a task. You will only master it when you make it a habit. So, what does it mean to make English your habit? It means that English should flow in your daily life the same way you brush your teeth, eat your meals, or check your messages. It should not feel like a burden. It should feel natural. Imagine waking up in the morning and starting your day by reading a short English article. Imagine listening to an English podcast while walking to school or work. Imagine writing your thoughts in English, even just a few sentences every night before bed. These small steps may seem ordinary, but over time they build extraordinary results. Let me remind you of a powerful truth. Success is hidden in your daily routine, not in one big effort, not in sudden inspiration, but in those small, consistent steps you take every single day. If you give English just 30 minutes every day, within 1 year you will notice a huge transformation in your vocabulary, your fluency, and your confidence. Within 2 years, you will not only understand English, you will think in English. And when that happens, the world will look different to you. My friends, let me tell you a story. There was a young boy who wanted to learn English, but he lived in a place where English was rarely spoken. He had no expensive teachers, no advanced technology, and no special guidance. But he had one thing: habit. Every night before sleeping, he read 2 pages of an English book. Every morning, he listened to one English song. During the day, he tried to write just 5 new sentences in English. At first, it looked small. Nobody noticed. But after 1 year, his English improved. After 2 years, he was speaking with confidence. And after 3 years, he was teaching others. What was his secret? Not genius, not luck, but habit. This is the power I want you to feel. English is not a mountain you climb in one day. It is a garden you water every day. It is a muscle you exercise every day. It is a fire you keep alive every day. And the best part? The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Now let's talk about how you can actually make English your habit. There are some practical steps, and if you follow them with discipline, you will see the magic. Surround yourself with English. Make your environment your teacher. Change your phone's language to English. Follow English-speaking creators. Put sticky notes in your room with new English words. Let English be all around you. Read a little every day. You don't need to read heavy novels in the beginning. Start with short articles, simple stories, or even news headlines. Reading daily feeds your brain with new words and new structures. Listen as much as possible. While traveling, cooking, or exercising, play English audio, podcasts, audiobooks, or even YouTube videos. Listening trains your ears to understand and your brain to think in English. Speak without fear. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you are doing. Stand in front of a mirror and practice. If you have friends, practice with them. Don't wait for perfect English. Start with broken English, and perfection will follow. Write regularly. Keep a small journal where you write your daily experiences in English. Even 5 sentences a day can sharpen your writing and thinking. Friends, the secret of fluency is not talent. It is consistency. Anyone can do this. Yes, even you. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't worry about mistakes. Remember, mistakes are proof that you are trying. When English becomes your habit, something magical happens. Your confidence rises. You don't hesitate when someone speaks to you in English. You don't feel nervous during exams or interviews. You start thinking in English. And once you think in English, speaking becomes natural. Let me tell you this, the world is full of opportunities waiting for you, but many of them are locked. The key to those doors is English. Imagine traveling anywhere and being able to communicate. Imagine studying at the best universities in the world. Imagine connecting with people from every corner of the globe. Imagine watching movies, reading books, and learning directly from the source without translation. All of this becomes possible when English is your habit. So today, I challenge you. Don't just learn English, live it. Make it a part of your daily routine. Don't say, I will study tomorrow. Say, I will practice today. Don't say, I will try once a week. Say, I will do it every day. Build that discipline, and the results will surprise you. Remember, your future self is watching you right now. Your future self is asking you to build the habits that will shape a brighter tomorrow. Don't disappoint that version of you. Invest in yourself today, and tomorrow will thank you. So, my friends, let's repeat it together. Make English your habit. Say it again. Make English your habit. Say it until it becomes your reality. Because once English is your habit, success will become your habit too. My friends, let us go deeper into the power of habits because this is where true transformation begins. Every great achievement in human history was built not by sudden explosions of effort, but by consistent habits that carried people forward. Think of the athletes who win gold medals. They don't just wake up one day and decide to run the fastest race of their lives. They train every single day, often for years, even when nobody is watching. They practice when they are tired, when they are discouraged, and when it feels boring. Why? Because habits make champions. And the same principle applies to English. If you want to be fluent, if you want to shine, then you need to treat English like your personal training. It should be as natural as eating or breathing. Sometimes people say, I don't have time. But let me remind you of something. Time is not the problem, priorities are. You always find time for what matters most to you. Think about how many minutes we spend scrolling on social media, watching random videos, or doing things that don't serve our future. What if you gave just a part of that time to English every day? Imagine replacing 20 minutes of scrolling with 20 minutes of reading. Imagine replacing one random video with one English podcast. Suddenly, your time becomes an investment, and those small investments will grow into fluency. And let's talk about confidence. One of the biggest reasons people fail in English is not lack of ability, it is lack of confidence. They feel shy, they feel nervous, they are afraid of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is something you build. And the way to build it is through daily practice. The more you use English, the more comfortable you become. The more comfortable you are, the more confident you feel. Confidence grows like a tree. You plant the seed with your first effort. You water it with your habits, and over time, it becomes strong enough to give you shade. Let me tell you another story. There was a girl who dreamed of becoming a doctor. She studied hard in her local language. But when it came to international exams, English became her biggest challenge. At first, she was terrified. She avoided speaking, she avoided writing. And every time she saw English, she felt fear. But one day she made a decision. Instead of treating English as a monster, she would treat it as a friend. She started small. Every day, she read one page of her textbook in English. She watched one short English video. She wrote one paragraph about her day. Day after day, she continued. Slowly, her fear disappeared. After 1 year, she could read her medical books in English without difficulty. After 2 years, she passed her exams with confidence. Today, she is studying medicine abroad, living her dream. How did she do it? Habit. That's the secret. Now, you may ask, what if I fail? What if I don't stay consistent? My answer is simple. Failure is not the end. Failure is part of the process. Every time you skip a day, don't punish yourself. Just return the next day. Every time you forget a word, don't give up. Just learn it again. Remember, habits are not built in one day. They are built through persistence. If you fall, stand up again. If you lose motivation, remind yourself of your goal. And your goal is clear. Make English your habit. Another important point is environment. Surround yourself with people who support your growth. If your friends laugh at your English, don't stop. Keep going. One day, those same people may admire you for your fluency. If nobody around you speaks English, then create your own environment. Join online groups, find language partners, or even talk to yourself. Yes, talking to yourself is powerful. Describe your surroundings in English. Say what you are doing in English. For example, if you are making tea, say, I am boiling water. I am adding sugar. I am pouring tea into the cup. It may feel funny at first, but soon, it becomes natural. This is how you train your brain to think in English. Let us also talk about patience. We live in a world where everyone wants quick results. But English is not something you master overnight. Just like you cannot grow a tree in one day, you cannot become fluent in one week. You need to plant the seed, water it daily, and give it time. The problem is, many people quit too early. They practice for 1 month, don't see big results, and then stop. But the ones who keep going, the ones who continue even when progress is invisible, those are the ones who win. Remember, slow progress is still progress. Every new word you learn, every sentence you speak, every paragraph you write is a step forward. Don't underestimate small steps, because small steps taken daily lead to giant leaps in the future. Now, let me give you some more practical ways to build this habit. One powerful method is the English hour. Decide 1 hour of your day that is fully dedicated to English. During that time, read, write, listen, and speak only in English. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't switch back to your native language. Just immerse yourself. At first, 1 hour may feel long, but soon it will become your favorite hour of the day. Another technique is the 5 new words rule. Every day, learn just 5 new words and use them in sentences. Write them down, speak them aloud, and repeat them in your conversations. After 1 month, you will know 150 new words. After 1 year, you will know over 1,800 new words. And believe me, that much vocabulary can change your life. Also, practice writing messages in English. When you text your friends, try writing in English. When you post on social media, try writing in English. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is not perfection. The goal is practice. And remember, practice builds habit, and habit builds fluency. Friends, your journey with English is not just about language. It is about mindset. If you think English is difficult, it will feel difficult. But if you think English is possible, it will feel possible. Your thoughts shape your reality. So replace your doubts with determination. Replace your fear with faith. Replace your excuses with action. The moment you decide, truly decide, to make English your habit, the journey becomes easier. Let me remind you again, English is not just a subject. It is not just grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It is a tool of empowerment. It is a bridge to the future. It is a habit that can transform your entire life. So from today, commit yourself. Say to yourself, I will make English my habit. I will practice every day. I will stay consistent. I will not give up. Say it again and again until it becomes your truth. My dear friends, never forget that your habits define your destiny. If you want a future full of opportunities, then build habits that lead you there. Let English be one of those habits. And one day, you will look back and realize that the small steps you took every day became the giant leap that changed your life. My friends, let us take a moment to think about the real meaning of making English your habit. A habit is not something you do once in a while. A habit is something you do daily, even when you don't feel like it. Habits are stronger than moods. Sometimes you may feel lazy. Sometimes you may feel tired. And sometimes you may feel unmotivated. But when something becomes your habit, you do it anyway. That is the beauty of habits. They carry you forward even when motivation disappears. Motivation can start your journey, but habits will keep you moving until you reach your destination. So, ask yourself, what kind of habits do I have right now? Are your habits leading you closer to your dreams, or are they holding you back? Every day, your habits are either building your future or destroying it. If you choose to make English your habit, you are choosing growth, confidence, and opportunity. Now, let's dive into a powerful mindset shift. Instead of saying, I will practice English, start saying, I am an English learner. This is called identity-based habit building. When you identify yourself with your habit, it becomes part of who you are. If you say, I am learning English because I have to, it feels like a duty. But if you say, I am an English speaker, suddenly, Your brain starts aligning your actions with your identity. You begin to act like an English speaker, think like an English speaker, and live like an English speaker. Identity is powerful, and when you tie your identity to your habit, nothing can stop you. Another important point is to make English fun. Many people quit learning because they make it boring. They force themselves to read textbooks they don't enjoy, and soon, they lose interest. But learning English does not have to be boring. Watch movies you like, listen to music you enjoy, read books that inspire you, or play games in English. The more fun you make it, the easier it is to stay consistent. Remember, a habit you enjoy is a habit you will never quit. Now let me tell you another story. There was a man who wanted to improve his English for work. He tried studying with grammar books, but every time he opened the book, he felt sleepy. He tried memorizing long vocabulary lists, but he always forgot the words. One day, he asked himself, how can I make this fun? He loved cooking, so he started watching cooking videos in English. He wrote down the recipes in English, learned the names of ingredients, and even explained his cooking steps in English while preparing food. Within months, his English improved, and he didn't even realize he was studying. He was simply enjoying his passion in another language. This is the secret. Connect English with what you already love, and it will never feel like work. Let's talk about the fear of speaking. Many people say, I understand English, but I can't speak it. Why does this happen? Because they are afraid of mistakes. But let me remind you, mistakes are your best teachers. If you never make mistakes, you will never grow. Think of a child learning to walk. The child falls many times, but never says, I will stop trying because I fell. No, the child gets up again and again until walking becomes natural. The same is true for English. Speak boldly, make mistakes, and learn from them. Every mistake you make brings you one step closer to fluency. Now, let me share with you a daily routine you can follow to make English your habit. Morning, 10 minutes, read a short English passage or article. Start your day with English. Afternoon, 15 minutes. Listen to an English podcast or video while you eat lunch or walk. Evening, 20 minutes, speak out loud about your day. Talk to yourself, record your voice, or share your thoughts with a friend. Night, 10 minutes. Write a short reflection in English about what you learned today. If you follow this routine, that's nearly 1 hour of English practice every day. 1 hour may not sound like much, but over time, it builds unstoppable momentum. 1 hour a day means 365 hours in a year. Imagine how much you will grow after 1 year of consistent practice. Friends, remember this formula. Small daily habits plus time equals big transformation. Let's take inspiration from real life. Do you know how great writers became great? By writing daily. Do you know how athletes became champions? By training daily. Do you know how musicians mastered their art? By practicing daily. And do you know how you will master English? By practicing daily. There is no shortcut, but there is a simple path: daily habit. Now let us address excuses, because excuses are the enemies of habits. Some people say, I am too busy. But no matter how busy you are, you can always find 10 minutes. Some say, I am not talented. But talent is not the key, consistency is. Some say, I feel shy. But remember, nobody is perfect, and nobody starts perfectly. Everyone starts small. The difference between successful learners and unsuccessful ones is simple. Successful learners keep going, while others quit. Don't let excuses steal your future. I want you to imagine your future self again. Imagine yourself speaking fluent English with confidence. Imagine traveling, studying, or working anywhere in the world without fear. Imagine inspiring others with your skills. That version of you is possible, but only if you build the habit today. Think of English as a bridge. On one side is your present, on the other side is your future. To cross the bridge, you need to walk step by step, day by day. Each step is a habit. Each practice session is a plank on the bridge. And one day, you will reach the other side. Friends, making English your habit is not just about language. It is about discipline, resilience, and growth. It teaches you patience, focus, and consistency. These qualities will not only help you in English, but in every part of life. When you build the habit of English, you are also building the habit of success. So once again, let us declare together, I will make English my habit. Say it louder, I will make English my habit. Believe it, repeat it, and live it. Because one day, you will look back and realize that this decision changed your life forever.